So, for those of you that are going to follow my first video and follow me through this, I'm going to sort of give you guys my game plan of how I'm going to prepare and develop myself for the future here. I've been around for a little while now, 32, have a few kids, have a wife, have a house, have a good life, good job. Very blessed person. And I'm a Christian, I'm a believer. You will hear that on this channel. But it doesn't mean that you don't need to follow along, because a lot of the lessons I have pertain to everybody. It's not going to be just one person or one individual. First thing I want people to realize is that this is all going to be new for me. But I want it to be raw, unedited. It just sort of is what it is. So I will make mistakes. I'll say some things that'll look weird. My camera angle is going to be questionable. My lighting is going to be questionable. But I'm going to learn. I'm going to get better. But I want you all to see it, because I see a lot of these famous people, great athletes, people we look up to. But I never personally see the beginning stages. Now there are some, the ones that really nobody ever knew about, they're there. You gotta go digging though. They never started these videos, they never started these sessions. And some of them I almost wonder if they were like, man, sometimes I just gotta focus in and grind and not show the process, the ugly, the unneat. Because it can be daunting, scary, overwhelming. So that's my goal, is to really give you guys the real stuff here. So my plan, I've had a really tough time recently. We just had another kid, very tough. She developed colic, very many sleepless nights. Have an amazing wife. She's been able to take a lot of the brunt of that. And that's an amazing opportunity for us both to grow. But I've caught myself recently complaining about it, making excuses. And I'm not one to be an excuse maker. I'm very driven, very hardworking person, but man, I just could really develop an excuse recently. Woke me up at like 3:30 this morning. I just gave an excuse to my brother on Friday about how hard it is. Excuse my dad the other day about how hard it is. And you know, one thing I realized, they're there for me, their support, but they didn't want to hear it. I think a lot of us don't want to hear it, because by the end of the day, you can make an excuse for just about anything. And the problem a lot of us run into is when the excuse is a really good excuse, like a legit good excuse, and mine's not even that legit. Like, yeah, I've had 8, 9 months, we're coming on 9 months of very sleepless nights. Some nights you're getting 4 or 5 hours, some nights you're getting 2, 3. There was one night I woke up at 1:30, 2 o'clock and had to walk her in the stroller because that's the only way she'd sleep. But I didn't care, because I wanted her to sleep and my wife to sleep. And you gotta do that. But man, some people have it so much worse than that. So I can only imagine how great their excuses are, Like, oh, I'm sick, my family member's sick, so-and-so just died. It could get really dark, really hard. So my point is, I believe there's a lot of good excuses out there for not stepping forward into the right direction of your life. I 100% believe that. And for those of you who are going through the hard stuff, sometimes you just got to go through it. There is no way around it. Sometimes you just got to take the beating a little bit and just struggle, right? That is a part of life. I genuinely think sacrifice, struggle, pain, I think those are also the good things about life, though, too. I think that's what we've been given to endure, in essence. I think that's what makes life great. I mean, if everything was peachy keen and beautiful all the time, man, I've seen people take advantage of when good things are good. They eat it up. I mean, look, you walk around, go around your local cities, especially here in the States, in the Americas, walk around. How many obese or overweight people we have, and you want to know why? Because times are good. You know, I know it doesn't seem that way all the time, but like if you can go into your pantry, into your fridge, and eat some food, times are good. Come on, guys, like let's own that a little bit, right? So, with all that being said, my point is, excuses are easy. Excuses are simple, and the really good excuses, the true excuses, the legit excuses will be the ones that derail you the best. So with that being said, although I do have a legit excuse, and I believe that it could be a legit excuse, I just can't do it anymore. And the reason, it's not even selfish at some point. At some point it is selfish, but at some point I've just got to be better. I owe it to every person in my bloodline that got me to this point, my family that got me to this point, the people that believed in me even when there's no reason to. I owe it to all those people too, and I think a lot of you do the same. We've really been given a great gift here, and if you take the outlook on it and see it that way, I'm telling you, man, life can be absolutely phenomenal. So my goal is to get better. There's a few things that personally I think make a better person. Exercise, nutrition, and just to be clear, it really should be nutrition first, then exercise, mental health, self-development, spiritual growth, family growth, goal setting, all of it, all that. That's my mantra. That'd be my mantra for life in essence, right? Now, obviously, mine's going to be in the actual order of spiritual, family, health, which I do believe health sort of develops all that with it, but I think spiritual comes first, personally. So, on that note, what I plan to do is we are going to do the 75-hour program, which nobody has to do that, right? Nobody has to do the program. The program is a mental fortitude program, who don't know. It is self-development. It is to strengthen your mind, to give yourself a better opportunity down the road. A lot of people think it's physical. A lot of people just think it's silly because it is. It's just a lot. There's a few different steps to it. So those who don't know, it is you drink a gallon of water a day, which just to paint a picture for those that don't know me, which a lot of people won't because I'm not a social media person at all. But for those who don't know me, right now I woke up this morning 286. I'm 6'2", 6'3", depending on if I'm wearing shoes, right? For all those guys out there, you know how it is. I'm a decent athlete, not the greatest. So, there's that. I'm strong, but I'm not overly strong. I'm in shape, but I'm not overly in shape type of thing. So, just to paint the picture. So the gallon of water, that's actually one of my easier parts, especially when I'm working out. I just need so much that's the easy part for me. So you do drink a gallon of water. Another really easy part for me personally, no alcohol, which I'll get into that more.